Toastmaster Pranav, who is a very experienced Toastmaster, will be delivering this education session for us. Let us welcome Toastmaster Pranav to the podium.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Days. There are some roles in our life which change the perspective of how people see you as such. And there are some other roles in life which change people's perspective on how they see the role. And there are those very, very few roles in your life that changes people's perspective of how they see you as well as the role. A very good morning, a very good evening, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmasters and guests. I was given one such role or one such opportunity, as I call it, almost a year back. It was May 2014 when I received a call, a conference call as such, from two people. One was Sastaram Ravindran, who was the LGM at that time, and Yusuf UNG, who was the LGET at that time. And they told me that there is a vacancy for a role called PRO. I had absolutely no idea what PRO stood for or what that role actually was. But then what ran through my mind was they would have themselves broken their head to come to my name in the list. So probably they have done the thinking, so I just agreed at that point and then stepped into that role. A few days later, same conference call within the same three people, and Yusuf sir told me just one thing, that our district is getting split this year. Tamil Nadu and Sri Lanka has become one district and Karnataka, Kerala has become another district. So we have a clean slate in front of us. This clean slate is going to be like the clean board you get in the beginning of the year at school. Whatever you write in the beginning, how much ever you try to rub it off, it's going to stay till the end. So he gave that big responsibility for me to write the first few words on that clean slate called the role of PRO. So immediately what I did, as I didn't know much about the role, I was a club president at that point of time. So I started noting down what are all the things I had complaints about the district team, what are the things I was expecting from them and didn't get it, the headaches which I used to face as a club president, which could be avoided by some people in district team acting. Then what I did, I spoke to other presidents at that point of time, like Satish and many other people, and then came up with a list of what are the problems which people face because of this PR team or because of this public relations in the district. And in the end, that list came so huge that I practically didn't know what to do about that huge list. So the great discussion, Sasta and Yusuf sir gave two other creatures to my team. They were called Kush Tripathi and Vidya Prashant. The three of us were like three different poles, north, south and some other pole, all different directions, and we were asked to be part of the same team. So after a lot of chats and lot of hangouts and a lot of eateries, we came together as a team, and then we came up with a 4-point agenda which we had for the complete year on how to transform this PR role or this public relations role as such. So till then, no one took the public relations role very seriously. The people never knew such a role even existed in Toastmasters. So we came up with this 4-point agenda to make this role famous as well as ourselves famous also. So these 4 points agenda are: one is to bridge the communication gap. Now, during the last term, there was a huge communication gap between the club officers and the area governors, and there was a bigger communication gap between the area governors and the district team. So we wanted to make this communication gap smaller. So we went up and did a lot of Google groups, a lot of mailing lists, WhatsApp groups, and brought all these 3 levels of officers closer. So 3 horizontal levels, we made it as 1 vertical level. So 3 vertical levels, we made it as 1 horizontal level. So we brought all these people together. The second point in our agenda also weaves around this disconnect. A lot of people were feeling that there's a big disconnect and people are not engaged through the year. So we came up with a lot of PR awards, monthly awards, quarterly awards, half-yearly awards, as well as yearly awards, so that people are always engaged at some point of time with the district and they don't feel left out or they don't feel jobless at any point of time. So we came up with 5 awards at each interval, so that everyone is always active at all points of time. So this is our second point in our agenda in the PR team. The third point agenda is the complexity in the awards which was there at that point of time. There are many awards in the district like Golden Gavel Plus and numerous other awards. To apply to these awards or to get these awards is a huge process and a headache for the people applying and a headache for the people evaluating as such. So we wanted to get a process in place We wanted to use technology to make these things very simple, make these awards streamlined so that it's easy for people to apply for these awards, as well as easy on the other side to evaluate and give these awards. So we came up with this website design wherein we had a lot of forms. We made everything online. Each and every award given by the district, we had an online form wherein you submit your name, you upload documents, anything and everything done online, similar to these Google forms. So in the back end, we had a list generated. We used to keep giving lists. So there was no confusion on the side of the people applying as well as the people evaluating. So the third point was very successful because we could bridge a lot of gap in technology which was not there before, which created headaches for a lot of people. And the fourth one is the unutilized online space. Today everyone talks about online. Online is like a huge ocean. It's huge, it's unexplored, and it has a huge potential for development, and it's absolutely free. So we wanted to use this online space to make District 82 as such very famous in all other countries, all countries over the world. So we had an active Twitter account, we had a very active Facebook page, and a very active district website. We kept maintaining it, changing it, giving a lot of inputs and pushes to all these three mediums, and we covered more than 100 countries where we reached the name and fame of District 82 over 100 countries over the past 10 months. So all these we did as a team, and it wasn't much of an effort to explore this online space. We also had an intention of offline making District 82 famous offline. There were many views and many points which we discussed, but we had our intentions first place on the online space because we had other things to do as well. So in the past 10 months, we've learned a lot of things. We've covered a lot of miles. We had a lot of obstacles. We've come across a lot of situations where it was very difficult to come across, but we all came through it as a team. These 10 months of journey has been a lot of learning experience, and since a lot of things I've learned in these last 10 months, team building, being a member of a team, conflict management, keeping to deadlines, getting work done from people. In Toastmaster, it's very unique because you have to get work done from people where you don't actually pay them. So we've learned a lot of things in the past 10 months. And to sum up these 10 months of the journey of this PR team, it's a line which I took from a movie called Jobs. It's a line which inspired me a lot and which gave a lot of insight to me. It says that the world built around us is built by people who are no more smarter than us or no more better than us. So it doesn't take a lot to change. People who build the world are just as smart as you. So it doesn't take a lot of effort to change the world and make it a better place for future people. So we took a cue out of this movie and we just did the same. I personally believe we've changed the way people look at public relations in District 82. I thank each and every member for this opportunity. Thank you so much. Back to the Toastmaster.